rebalancing. Does anybody remember that conversation? And the end of month rebalancing is probably going to be a buy trade. And we said that into the morning sessions, this shaded area, remember, between the red line and the blue shaded area, the red line and the blue shaded area we talked about, that's the game zone. Well, between the red line and the blue shaded area, if that's the game zone, take a look at what happened this morning, guys. Just take a look at what happened this morning and tell me what you can see. There's the blue zone in the right-hand edge. What do you think that looks like? Do you think it looks like an incredible sell? Or, if you know what I was teaching in yesterday's classroom, do you think it looks like an incredible buy? Well, this was our buy this morning. As I said, we're predominantly pound to dollar traders. But on this occasion, this was setting up perfectly for us because we did it in yesterday's classroom. It made an awful lot of sense to then watch it today. Well, I thought it made an awful lot of sense for you guys to watch it this morning to see if it would give you maybe a trade opportunity. But alas, so you can see how we're setting this trade up. You can see the capper phase. You can see the idea behind the capper phase up here, this process here. You can see how we're setting the trade up here. You know, that's what we're thinking. That's what we're doing. This is how we're going to take it forward. And this is exactly what we taught in yesterday's classroom. If you don't believe us, there is always our live recording that you'll be able to recognize exactly what we did see. And then what happened next? We got another 3 times a lady down to the bottom edge. And then we got the market break. Look at this market break, guys. Look at that trade. Look at that trade, guys. Is that not inch perfect? Now, you might be arguing about the capper price. You know, you could obviously put the capper against the Asia session capper there. Take a look at that trade and tell me that that is not almost perfect considering we did it in yesterday's classroom. If we took the capper from that top price and the bottom price, take a look at what price we got to when we moved into the US session at 1 o'clock. See what happened when we moved into the US session at 1 o'clock? Did we not cover that in classroom, Kim? Yes, we bloody well did. There's your exit. Timed wise, directional wise, the way it's completed, the way that it's structured. It is exactly what we covered in yesterday's classroom, and it was acted out on the right-hand edge of the charts today. It wasn't the biggest trade. It went 1840s to 1880s. It was 40 pips. But my goodness, was it an incredible trade. Absolutely. You might be saying, but the macro was against us this morning. Or sorry, the short term was against us. That's why you got a retest. That's why you got this retest, because the short term was against you. Remember, we had a massive macro in this, guys. So don't start with that crap, right? We had a massive macro in this trade. So that short-term move to the downside hardly even registers on the 1 hour chart. So if you thought that that was bearish because of that short-term value, then honest to God, guys, I despair. Your lack of ability to scroll out a little bit and see what the big picture tells you. Got to see these things. You've got to know these things. It's a little mouse button that you can simply scroll out of, or go into the chart and say, go to the hourly and click on it. Click on it. That's the deal. That's the deal, guys. So we're in good shape. We're in pretty good shape this morning. It's 1:30. I'm going to grab a little bit of lunch now that we're coming into the US session. And, well, hopefully you guys, you know, if there's anybody that's interested in the euro, you'll be able to follow it in the future, or the pound, for example, similar, basically similar type idea, but the euro was what we covered in classroom. And well, what a great, ultimately, what a great trade, guys. Ultimately, what a great trade. So welcome in, guys. 1:30. It's Thursday, the 1st of July. I'm going to grab some lunch. and I will be back in 5-10 minutes.